My nephew has 2 sets of reproductive systems. The doctor suggested he have surgery to keep 1 set of systems. My sister-in-law said she likes girls and insisted on making my nephew a woman. But under my suggestion, my nephew chose to keep the male system. But until after my nephew graduated from college, because he couldn't find a good job and couldn't afford a wife, my sister-in-law whispered in my nephew's ear, "It's all your aunt's fault. If it weren't for your aunt, I would have made you a girl back then. Girls are so popular nowadays. Bride prices are easily hundreds of thousands. No need to work after marriage, just stay home. How nice it would be to be a wealthy wife. No need for you to work as hard as now." Since then my nephew hated me to the bone. He tricked me to the rooftop and pushed me off. After rebirth, I returned to the day his abnormality was found at the hospital. On the afternoon of my return, the whole family was at the hospital's consultation room, looking at the report from the doctor. The test results confirmed there are indeed 2 complete reproductive systems in the patient. In this case, we recommend surgery to keep 1 set and remove the other. From the degree of development, the male system is more mature. Doctor keeping, is the female set better? Girls are easier to marry off. Bride prices are hundreds of thousands now. Quilan, let the child choose for himself. What do you know? Xiao Kui mom is doing this for your own good. Doctor, don't you think being a girl is easier? No need to buy a house or car to marry, then enjoy a lifetime of happiness. I feel like I'm a boy. What do you know as a child? Little sister, you are educated and cultured. Which set do you think is better? Here we go again. In my last life, I said that sentence right here. The male system is fully developed. We should respect the child's wishes only to end up dying tragically. In this life I will never speak up. Listen to sister-in-law and the child. This is a big matter. I shouldn't interfere. You? What are you saying? You're the most assertive one in the family. The decision should be yours. I'm just the aunt. How can I decide the child's whole life? Family, please decide on the surgery plan. Soon it needs prior planning. Doctor, please explain more clearly. If made into a girl, would it be easier to marry off? Is the surgery fee expensive? Can it be kept hidden later? Please, don't use the term make into. This is a serious medical decision. If you choose to keep the female system, long-term hormone use is required after surgery. If the condition is hidden in a future marriage, it may involve legal and ethical issues. Once married, who would mention this family member? We also suggest keeping the more developed male system from a medical perspective. This concerns the child's physical and mental health and identity. Oh, identity or whatever. I just want to ask which is more cost-effective. A girl can receive a bride price when marrying. A boy has to buy a house and car, so much pressure. Xiao Sui mom is telling you the truth. Look at your dad working himself to death all his life, just to earn a small house. Look at your aunt, over 30, and still not married off. What's the use of working overtime every day? How good it is to be a girl. Dress up a bit. Find a rich man. Get the bride price. And have everything. Would mom harm you? But mom, I like basketball. I have many brothers in the dorm. Can playing ball put food on the table? Marrying a wife requires a bride price and a house. Can you earn it? There is still time to change it now. Listen to mom. Change it to the female system. Mom will change your name. Calling you Zhao Zi sounds so nice. Listen to the doctor. If the child is unwilling, then forget it. Zhao Shanchuan, shut up. Our son was spoiled by your useless attitude in making the decision. Doctor, well, keep the female system. Zhao Sui's body froze. In the end, he lowered his head. Zhao Tinwan was on the side, quietly observing her nephew's expression. The same expression as in the previous life. Only this time I didn't say that line about respecting his wishes. He didn't even have the last excuse to struggle. May I ask if the patient himself agrees? His own signature is required. Sign it quickly. Sign it, and mom will buy you a new phone tomorrow. Zhao Sui held the pen, silent for 10 seconds, before slowly signing his name. After signing, on the way back, Zhang Quilan looked resentful, looking at Zhao Dinwan. Surgery fee is 58,000. Post-op recovery will probably cost another 20,000. Little sister, what was with you just now? I asked you to speak, but you didn't, sister-in-law. I really think you're right. Girls are naturally merchants' banks, unlike boys who are construction banks. Housing prices are so high now. Sui. No, Zuzu can have an easier life later. It's a blessing. Now that sounds like something a human would say. You say the bride price nowadays. Is it all around 300,000 to 500,000? My colleague's daughter got 680,000 just in bride price. And they even gave a car. The groom's family owns a factory. Did you hear that, Shanchuan? 680,000? Sai Zi mom will definitely raise you to be a rich young lady. Hemf, money. All you know is money. If not money, then what? If your son stays a boy, marrying a wife would drain our family savings. How good it is now. Later, we can even collect bride price to support the family. For little sister, you know many people. If there's a suitable family in the future, remember to introduce them to ZZ. That's natural. Sai Zui has a good foundation. With good upbringing, it definitely won't go wrong. Auntie, do you really think this is good? Sai Z, your mom loves you most. Her arrangement is definitely for your own good. For a girl, doing well isn't as good as marrying well. In my last life, I said, being yourself is most important. You hated me for ruining your path to marrying into a wealthy family. In this life, I say, marrying well is most important. Will you hate me even more? After going home, it's still your aunt who is sensible. Son, let's go, mom. We'll take you to buy some women's clothes. To get used to it first. When Zhao Sui was being pulled away, he still looked back at Zhao Dinwan. That night, Zhao Dinwan sat alone in the living room, facing the laptop in front of her. The surgery is scheduled for next week. At this time in my last life, I was busy checking medical data, urging my sister-in-law to respect science, urging my nephew to be brave and be himself. The result, the wind on the rooftop was so cold this. Zhao Dinwan's phone vibrated. It was a call reminder from her mother. Mom. Xinwan, is your sister-in-law really giving Zhao Sui that surgery? Has a perfectly fine boy, mom. Sister-in-law is also doing it so the child has an easier future. Easier what? Easier that requires surgery. Why didn't you stop her? Would it have been useful if I did? That temper of my sister-in-law's. It's not like you don't know. Besides, what if after playing around he really marries into a wealthy family and enjoys life? If you stop him now, aren't you offending people? But Zhao, is he willing? He signed the surgery form himself. Mom, the kid is already 22. It's time to be responsible for himself. You're so cold-blooded. That's your own nephew, mom. Last time with the house demolition, compensation. I said it should be divided according to the law. And you called me cold-blooded. This time I'm saying nothing. And you still call me cold-blooded. Then you tell me what should I do? I just feel bad in my heart. I understand, but they chose the path themselves. Mom, I'm tired. Going to sleep now. Hung up the phone tonight. Opened the real estate website. In my previous life, I saved money to help my nephew buy a house, only for it to become the catalyst that pushed me downstairs. In this life, the subway will reach its economic development zone next year. Now the unit price is only 8,000. Down payment is 300,000. My savings are enough plus some. Credit loans. Zhao. Dinwan's phone started vibrating again. It was a voice message from my sister-in-law. Little sister, look at this dress. Does it suit Zixi? It's only 800 on sale. Do you think we should sign up for an etiquette class after the surgery? I heard even the women in wealthy families have to learn. The color of this dress complements the skin tone. The etiquette class should be taken. Investing in oneself is most important. Right. You have a good eye. Still short of 20,000 for the surgery fee. Lend it to me first, sister-in-law. I just looked at a house. The deposit is paid. Money is tight. However, Xix's surgery can't be skimped on. Invest now and later. The bride price will double to buy a house. Why are you a woman buying a house? Never mind. I'll go to your brother to scrape it together. It started again in my previous life. I paid for the surgery, and in return got a sentence. As it should be, this life I'm not paying. But instead, I'm told, why does a woman buy a house? How interesting. Zhao Dinwan did not reply to Zhang Quilan's messages anymore. She continued browsing listings. She marked 3 interested properties. 3 days later at home, a gathering for relatives. 7 or 8 people sat in a circle. Quilan Yao Su. No, is Xix's surgery really happening? Yes, next Wednesday, let me tell you. Don't call him Zhao Su anymore. Call him Zhao Zu. Is the child willing himself? I heard about this kind of surgery. What not willing? Xixi is very sensible. Xixi, come out and meet your elders. What do you know? This is an investment. Xixi, do you think we should sign up, Mom? I think, Yixi. Your mom is doing it all for you. You'll be fine work a bit harder now. And you'll save 20 years of struggle later. Yeah, listen to Mom. Why is Dinwan acting strange? Just saying polite, supportive words. Probably chilled by the last incident, with the demolition money. Zhang Quilan was still immersed in her planning, completely unaware of their whispering. It's settled then. More than usual. Even an NBA beauty card is signed up for. Hee, Mom will definitely train you to be a wealthy socialite. Sigh, it's just heartbreaking. In my previous life I said don't put too much pressure on the child. But Mom said it's easy for me to talk, since I'm not in her shoes. Say to train him in all aspects. You guys just empty your savings to gamble. This isn't called praising to kill. This is called fully supporting your every decision. Zhao Tinwan looked up and met her nephew's confused eyes. Go, Zixi. Auntie, didn't you used to say one should be their true self? Zhao Su suddenly spoke up. The entire living room went quiet. That was because I was immature. Now I understand. Living practically is what matters most. You see, I was being real, but it was tiring. What's good about being tired? Exactly, Zixi. Don't listen to those empty words. Being practical is what's real. Look, you don't even persist yourself. Why expect others to persist for you? Soon, the day of the surgery arrived. Zhao Tinwan happened to be nearby looking at houses and stopped by. Why hasn't she come out yet? It's been 3 hours. Sister-in-law, don't worry. Major surgeries take time. Sister, nothing will go wrong, right? Just in case it's a top-tier hospital, the surgeon is an expert. What could go? W.R. Ong, sister-in-law, look on the bright side. When Ixi marries well in the future, you'll just be waiting to enjoy life. Yes, before long. The surgery light. The doctor came out. The surgery was successful. The patient hasn't woken up from anesthesia yet. Needs 6 hours of observation. Doctor, can she get married and have children later? Will it affect finding a partner? Physiological functions will be preserved, but long-term hormone maintenance is required. Also, the patient's psychological well-being is very important. Post-operative psychological counseling is recommended. Psychological, but it's still too late. Zhang Quilan anxiously leaned forward to see the bed being wheeled out. Zhao Tinwan stood aside watching all this. Xix's mom in the previous life at this time. I held her hand and said, don't be afraid, Auntie is here. This life, sister-in-law, I have something to do. I'll leave first. I need to handle the house payment procedures. Go. Oh, right. Where did you buy that house? How big? An 80 SQM small unit in the dev zone, that middle of nowhere place. Better to lend me the money to invest in Jixi. Yes. How could I have your vision, sister-in-law? Leaving at the end of the corridor, Zhao Tinwan stopped. She looked back. Zhao Sui no Zhao Zi. You signed for this path yourself. In this life I won't advise a single word, not a single visit. See how far you two can go on that wealthy socialite path you crave. Then the phone vibrated. It was a message from Zongji. Miss, the owner of the other unit, agreed to drop the price by 50,000. Can we sign today? Going there now to pay in full. The best part of rebirth is letting you see clearly that some people aren't worth a single word. 2 years have passed since Zhao Zi's surgery. One weekend, the Zhao family had a gathering. All the aunts and relatives came. Zhao Zi was wearing a pink dress, surrounded by a crowd. Look how beautiful our Yixi is now. Spent nearly 50,000 on beauty treatments alone these 2 years. Is it worth it? Things have changed. But why isn't Yixi smiling? Mom, it's better for girls to be reserved. Wealthy families like dignified ones these days. Listen to that. Auntie is the one with insight. By the way, Tinwan, you know so many bosses at your company. Introduce a few to us. Everyone I know is just a regular office worker. At most middle management. Besides, Zixi has high standards. How could she like someone from my company earning 23,000K? 23,000K won't do. Our Zixi is going to be a socialite, at least $1 million a year. Say less. What's wrong? What did I say wrong? A girl's prime is short. If you don't seize the moment now, once you reach 30, who would want? There we go again. You say this every time. At this time, at the door outside, the bell rang. I'll go open the door. Just as I opened the door, a man nearly 50 years old was standing outside, holding a gift box in his hands. Excuse me, is Miss Zhao Zi at home? I am Lin Jiangguo. President Lin. Oh, what brings you here? Zixi, quick. Zhang Quilan pulled Lin Jiangguo to sit in the main sofa seat. She glanced at Zhao Zhu from time to time. I met Miss Zhao once at a charity gala last month. I've been thinking about it and passing by today. Not visiting. Not at all. Mr. Zhao runs a small building materials business. Divorced last year, with a 10-year-old son. I see Miss Zhao is gentle. She should be good with children. Good with children. Our Zixi loves kids the most. Didn't know President Lin lives in a 300 SQM villa area now. Has 3 cars. Company's annual turnover isn't much. About 20 to 30 million. Oh, hurry up, Zixi, for President Lin. Pour some tea coming. Divorced with a kid in his 40s or 50s. Sister-in-law really knows how to take the bait. Has a bit old. But even a young rich second gen wouldn't be in such a hurry to marry. Someone successful like President Lin knows how to care for people. Yes, older men know how to care for people. Did you hear that? What's wrong with a second marriage? The kid is already there. You don't even have to suffer through childbirth. Mom, I have a meeting. Miss Zhao, can I treat you to dinner next week? After seeing Lin Jiangguo off, Zhao Tinwan had just closed the door. When she heard Zhao Zhu complaining about her mother, he is 23 years older than me. His son is already 10. What's wrong with 23? He has money. If you marry him, you'll live in a villa and drive a BMW. Look at your aunt, she's 35. Still single, working overtime every day to pay the mortgage. Do you want to live that kind of life? The child doesn't. If she's not willing, then forget it. Shut up, it's all because you're incompetent. That's why our daughter has to find her own opportunities. I'm telling you, dress up well next weekend. If you dare to show an attitude. See if I don't. Sister-in-law, calm down. Hey, your mom is doing this for your own good. Do you know how intense the competition? With someone of President Lin's status, how many people would throw themselves at him? You are lucky to be noticed by him. Xiaoguo, do you also think I might envy you? If someone introduced me to someone like that, I would have agreed long ago. Women, youth, only lasts a few years. Did you hear that? Even your aunt says so. Even my aunt. Could it be I'm really overthinking? Marrying him means becoming a stepmother. What's wrong with being a stepmother? You don't have to give birth yourself. You get a big son for free. In the future, the family assets will all belong to our Zixi. Sister-in-law is right. 2 weeks later, Lin Jiangguo, Zhao Zhu, and the sister-in-law. These three are dining at a high-end Western restaurant. Having been in contact with Miss Zhao for these 2 weeks, I think we are a good match. I'll be direct. I want to get married. President Lin is truly a straightforward person. As for his bride price, our local custom for bride price is 280,000. He'll cover all wedding costs, and after the wedding, he'll give you 20,000 in pocket money every month. 280,000. Mr. Lin, our Zixi is a virgin. If you think it's too little, forget I said it. No. Mr. Lin, let's discuss further after we eat. Just after getting home that night, Zhang Quilan started to worry. 280,000. Why is he treating us like beggars? Our investment over the past 2 years is more than that. That's enough. He has a house and a car. You don't know shit. Why have I heard? Lin Jiangguo's ex-wife got 5 million in the divorce. Why should our Yixi only get 280,000? I don't want to get married anymore. Get married. You're already 25. If you wait a few more years, no one will even offer 280,000. The door opened from the outside. Zhao Tinwan walked in carrying a document bag. What's wrong? This is Tinwan. You be the judge. Lin Jiangguo only gave 28. 10,000 bride price. 280,000 is a bit low. But I heard Mr. Lin's funds have been a bit tight lately. Funds are tied up at the construction site. Yes, they're tight. So Hez in a hurry to marry for good luck. Of course, sister-in-law, if you think it's inappropriate, then wait a bit longer. Sai is still young. But I met Auntie Li today. Her daughter is 29. Even for blind dates, the bride price has dropped to 200,000. And she's still not married. Nowadays, once girls reach 28, their market value drops significantly. 29 years old. 200,000, yes. If you ask me, although Mr. Lin's bride price is low, the post-marriage security is great. Living in a villa with 20,000 monthly allowance. Not like me, earning a fixed salary every month. After paying mortgage, there's only money left for food. Mom, maybe we should look at what it's Lin Iya. Whoa, but the bride price needs to be negotiated. Tinwan, you help me negotiate. You're an educated person. You're well-spoken, that won't do. This is Zix's lifelong happiness. I should avoid suspicion. Besides, sister-in-law, your negotiation skills are much better than mine. Didn't you talk the market lady into lowering her prices last time? That's true. Quilan, if the child is unwilling, don't force her. Zhao Shanchuan, if I weren't holding this family together, it would have fallen apart long ago. You earn 4,000 a month. Raising a son and a daughter, this big. How much did that cost? Now there's a chance to turn things around. And you want to hold us back. Sister-in-law, you guys. Discuss it slowly. I still have a proposal to review. Oh, right, Zixi. Although Mr. Lin is old, older men are more stable. Look at those who marry young rich heirs. How tiring it is to guard against mistresses every day. Zhao Tinwan stood up. She didn't say anything more. She turned back. The bedroom door closed. Did you hear that? Even your aunt says so. Mom is doing this for your own good. Tomorrow I'll call Lin Jiangguo. The bride price must be raised to at least 380,000. Maybe I really am being too pretentious. Even someone as capable as my aunt envies me. 3 days later, Zhao Zhu arranged to meet Zhao Tinwan. Auntie Lin Jiangguo agreed to 350,000. Engagement is next month. That's good news. Congratulations. But last night I dreamed I was still playing ball at age 10. Auntie, sometimes, when I look in the mirror, I feel like the person inside isn't me. Have I finally started to waver? It's a pity I can't go back. Zixi, don't say such things anymore. You're doing so well now. Beautiful with a chance to marry well. Do you know how many girls envy you? But Lin Jiangguo, he asked me to sign a prenuptial agreement yesterday, saying the villa is his premarital property, and making me promise to be good to his son. A prenuptial agreement, that is indeed a bit. But it's also understandable. They have a big family and business. Auntie, do I really have to marry him? I'm only 25 years old. Zixi, your aunt is telling you something from the heart. The most important thing for a woman in this life is to marry the right person. Look at me, I'm 35. Working overtime until midnight every day. A bunch of health issues in last month's physical exam, to pay off the mortgage. I can't even bear to buy a decent coat. But auntie, you look quite fulfilled. Fulfilled, that's just holding on. Last time my mom was hospitalized, when I was paying the deposit, there was only 800 left in my card. If you marry President Lin, will you still worry about money? Besides, you first. Besides, if you don't marry, would your mom agree? In the past 2 years, the family savings were all spent to raise you. Your dad's health isn't good either. I know it's not easy for the family. So, listen to your mom, it's right. Exactly, she plans so well for you. Marry into it and you'll be a wealthy lady. Then you can help out the family. Your dad and mom can also enjoy life. That's what being filial is. Filial. Right, I should be filial to my parents. I have to go. The landlord scheduled a house viewing. Zixi, remember what your aunt said. Working hard isn't as good as marrying well. Don't follow in my footsteps. Jiaogu, you want to buy a house. The lease on my rented place is up. I want to switch to one closer to the company, but housing prices are too high now. Can't afford it. Wish you happiness. Zhao Dinwan walked out of the cafe, instantly wiped the smile off her face. The loan for the second house finally got approved. Transfer of ownership next week. A week later, Zhao Dinwan came out after signing the purchase contract. She met neighbor Auntie Zhang, who was accompanying a friend to see houses. Zhao, it really is you. You're here because you just bought a small one for investment in this community. It's already 20,000 per square meter now. How big is the one you bought? 89 square meters. A small unit is easy to rent out. Saved up for many years for the down payment. You really have an eye for this. I heard a subway will be built nearby. Housing prices will keep rising. By the way, your nephew, oh, no, your niece Zixi, right, is going to marry a big boss. Yes, my sister-in-law arranged it. Heard the man is 45. Divorced with a child. Older men know how to care for people. Zixi will marry into comfort. Unlike me, who still has to work hard on my own. Sigh, that's true. But, Zhao, you're not doing bad either. It's your second house. Zhang Quilan's family came uninvited, saying they're taking Zhao Zi to visit. Zhao Yuan's newly bought house is only this big. How much did it cost? Over 1.8 million. A 30-year loan. 30 years by the time it's paid off, you'll be retired. When Ixi marries into it, the villa is already there. Why suffer like this? Xiaogu, you must be happy buying a house. Happy. The monthly mortgage is 9,000. Half of the salary is gone. Your mother was right after all. Why would a girl buy a house? If you marry well, everything. Did you hear that? Even your aunt admitted it. By the way, Zixi's engagement party is next month. You have to give gift money. Zixi will be a wealthy lady in the future. As an aunt, you can't be stingy. It's expected how much would be appropriate. At least 5,000. Right. You know many people. The engagement party must be at a 5-star hotel. Help us contact them. Sister-in-law, hotel bookings require a deposit in advance. That bit of money I had went to the down payment. Xinwan, this isn't right of you. Xixi only gets engaged once in her life. You as her aunt aren't putting in any effort. Quilan, it's not easy for Fizanwan to buy a house, not easy. Who told her she had to be some strong woman? What's the use of buying this crappy house? No one dares to marry a strong woman. Yes. That's why I envy Yixi. Mom, let's go back. I want to buy a dress to wear to the engagement party. Right, must buy a brand name. Let's go, Mom will take you to the mall. Zhang Quilan and Zhao Zhu leave. Zhao Shanchuan falls behind walking slowly. Tonight Ixi, she was secretly crying last night. Brother, they chose their own path. I know, but forget it. Take good care of yourself. 1 hour later, Zhao Zhu is trying on a dress priced at 38,000 in a luxury store. You look so beautiful in this dress, miss. It really brings out your elegance. 43,380. Mom, Lin Jiangguo said, at the engagement party all his friends will come. I can't wear something cheap or lose face for him. Buy it. But Ixi, Mom, this month's salary hasn't been paid yet. You use your credit card to cover it first. Once the bride price arrives, Mom will pay you back. My credit card limit only has 10,000 left. Then borrow it from your aunt. Aunt just bought a house. HMPH. She did it on purpose. She didn't buy it earlier. Didn't buy it later but chose to buy it exactly now. Swipe my card. At worst, he'll eat pickles next month. Zhao Zi looks at her glamorous self in the mirror, so beautiful. This is the life I want. Zhao X's phone vibrates. It's a message from Lin Jiangguo. Have you finished trying on the dress? Send a photo to see. By the way, I just remembered something. We need to add a clause to the prenuptial agreement. If there is no offspring within 5 years, the bride price must be refunded in full. Zhao Zhu stares at the screen. That 3,800 dress suddenly becomes an eyesore like a needle. She replied, the dress doesn't fit. Forget the engagement too. It was from this point on that Zhao Zi visited beauty salons more and more frequently. She became increasingly obsessed with the amount of the bride price. 3 years later, Zhao Zhu sits across from a marriage consultant. 7 or 8 sets of profiles are spread out in front of her. Miss Zhao, these are the profiles of men who meet your requirements this month. But would you really not consider relaxing the age requirement? High-quality men under 40 usually have an age requirement of around 25 for their spouse. Do I look old? I spend 10,000 a month at the beauty salon for maintenance. It's not a matter of appearance. Fertility. Your profile says incomplete uterine development. Unable to conceive. This 1 point filters out 90% of high-quality clients. I can do IVF. And the cost. And the success rate is very low. Miss Zhao, I suggest you look at these. This 48-year-old executive of a listed company, his children are already married. Doesn't require children, bald. Not hard, older than Lin Jiangguo. I didn't even marry Lin Jiangguo 3 years ago. Now I'm expected to marry this kind. Miss Zhao, you are 28 years old this year. In the marriage market, you're already at an older age. Plus the fertility quiz. Taiwan, to be honest. The matching resources are limited. I don't believe it, my mom said. Someone like me is worth at least tens of millions, then please look elsewhere. Our agency's service fee. 30,000 is non-refundable. It's clearly written in the contract. Coming out of the matchmaking agency, Zhang Quilan arranged a blind date for Zhao Zi with an elite man around 35. Miss Zhao, what are your usual hobbies? Flower arrangement, tea ceremony, occasionally visiting art exhibitions. My mom says these can cultivate temperament. Indeed, but I heard from the matchmaker that Miss Zhao doesn't have a job. My mom says girls don't need to work. Just marrying well is enough. Being a supportive wife and mother after marriage is the duty. Then Miss Zhao's definition of marrying well is at least 1 villa. Annual income over $1 million. The betrothal gift cannot be less than 500,000. I will manage the money after marriage. Monthly allowance cannot be less than 30,000. The requirements are very specific. I have another meeting. Miss Zhao, if I may be blunt, your conditions don't match such requirements. What do you mean? I earn 2 million a year. Have a house and a car. Why would I want a rich wife who treats me like an ATM? Oh, by the way, this Chanel you're wearing is last year's model. Very authentic, wealthy look. Won't wear it past the season. He turned around and left, leaving only Zhao Zhu standing there. She knew this blind date failed again and again and again. Zhao Zhu failed several blind dates. A week later, Zhang Quilan blocked Zhao Tinwan after work. Tinwan, you must help this time. Sister-in-law, what's wrong? Sai X's blind date fell through again. This time it was a lawyer. The conversation was going well, but his mother inquired privately, and somehow heard that Zizi had surgery before. How did that get out? How would I know? It must be the hospital leaking privacy. Xinwan, you know many people. Can you use your connections? Sister-in-law, these kinds of medical records are protected by law. If leaked, you can sue. But did Zuizu confess to him during the date? Confess? Are you crazy? Who would want her if she said it? But sister-in-law, they'll find out sooner or later after marriage. By then, once the rice is cooked. What can he do? Just say if you'll help or not. Sai Zhu is your own niece. Sister-in-law, it's not that I want help. It's that I can't help. I'm so busy with projects now, working overtime every day. The boss is watching. I have an appointment with a tenant to sign a contract. Leaving now. Zhao Dinwan, you're just going to watch your niece. Stay unmarried. Zhao Tinwan ignored her and walked away without looking back. The third house. This courtyard is rented out. The mortgage pressure is much less. Time to consider the fourth one. A few days later, Zhao Shanchuan was hospitalized for high blood pressure. In the ward, Zhao Zi sat aside playing with her phone. Where is the family? My mom went to pay the fees. The patient has grade 3 hypertension. Must be hospitalized for observation. Long-term fatigue. Emotional fluctuations are too great. You as family members should pay attention. Zhang Quilan came running in a hurry, holding the payment slip in hand. Stay in the hospital for a few days. How much per day? Stay for 3 days first. Deposit 5,000. Follow-up depends on test results. 5,000. This month's mortgage hasn't been paid yet. It's all because of what you said earlier. Don't go to that crappy factory to work overtime, just to earn that little overtime pay. Without overtime, where would Zix's beauty salon money come from? Mom, I need hyaluronic acid injections next month. My friend said the new place has good results. Shots, all you know is shots. Your dad is lying here. HMPH. Right, fine. Zhao Xingguan, doesn't she have money? Zhang Quilan brought Golan to Zhao Dinwan's new home. Zhao Zi followed reluctantly behind. Sister-in-law, how is brother? Hospitalized. High blood pressure. Xingguan, Sister-in-law really has no other choice. Your brother's factory isn't doing well. My salary this month was only 3,000. Sai Exi needs to pay the beauty salon again. Sister-in-law, don't worry. Brother's illness is the priority. What do you need me to do? Borrow 100,000. Your brother's hospitalization costs money. Zixi needs to go to Korea for plastic surgery. I've looked into it. The technology there is good. Get some touch-ups and she'll definitely get married off. Plastic surgery, right. Zixi is already 29 this year. If she delays any longer, no one will want her. Make her prettier. We can ask for more dowry, Mom. I don't want to go to Korea. Shut up, Tinwan. You have 2 houses for rent now. And your salary is high. 100,000 is nothing to you, right? Sister-in-law, I bought a 3rd house last year. Monthly mortgage is 18,000. The rent just covers the loans for 2 houses. All my salary goes into it. To be honest with you, I even had to split my credit card payments this month. The 3rd one, when did you buy it? Half a year ago, that new development in the East District. I was thinking of investing at the time. Now it's stuck. Sister-in-law, if I had it, I would definitely lend it. But isn't Ixi about to get married now? Let the future son-in-law pay. Future son-in-law. I've had enough. Mom, it's been 3 years. Over 30 blind dates. Either bald or divorced with kids. That Mr. Wang last time was 53. Older than my dad. What's wrong with 53? He's worth 20 million. So what if he's worth 20 million? He wants me to sign an agreement, not giving me a single penny, and wants me to serve his mother with Alzheimer's. Then you still have to marry him. You're already 29. If you don't marry now, you'll never get married. Sister-in-law, calm down. Zhao Xingguan, stop being so hypocritical. If you hadn't stopped Yao Sui back then, he'd still be a man now. At least he could work and earn money. Finally said it. Sister-in-law, who signed the surgery form. I was also. Who says every day that marriage changes destiny? Who complains every time that the dowry is too little? Who made Zixi quit her job to stay home? To focus on getting married. You're bringing up old scores. Zhao Shanchuan suddenly pushed the door open, still wearing the hospital wristband. Quilan, I heard everything. I heard everything, Shanchuan. You weren't at the hospital. I lay in the hospital bed thinking all night. How did this family end up like this, insisting on turning a perfectly good son into something neither male nor female? Now he can't be married off, idling around all day, doesn't do housework, complains about work being tiring. What have you raised him to be? Dad, you say I'm neither male nor female. Zhao Shanchuan, are you crazy? I am crazy. Driven crazy by you all. It's all you, Quilan. It was all your idea. Saying a girl is a merchant's bank. And now the bank has gone bankrupt. Where's the money? Where's the bride price? Now you blame me. Didn't you all agree to the surgery back then? Mom said being a girl is better. Who among you stopped it? Did Auntie not stop it either? It was me who didn't stop it. Because that's your life. Wasn't I doing it for this family? So that you all could live a good life. Let's get a divorce, Quilan. I can't take it anymore. The door was slammed shut. Zhao Shanchuan left. Zhao Tinwan chased after him. Zhao Shanchuan was leaning against the wall crying. Brother, come, stay at my place. No, I'll go back to the old house, Tinwan. As long as you're doing well, I'll be at peace. Don't worry about us anymore. Zhao Shanchuan has been moved out for a month. Zhang Quilan is still acting like she's possessed, making Zhao Zi continue blind dates. This one must succeed. Started his own company at 12 unmarried. Mom pulled 8 levels of strings to get this, Mom. I don't want to go on blind dates anymore. I want to find a job. Find a job, what can you do? Serving plates for 3,000 a month. Is that enough for you to buy a bottle of essential oil? Listen, tomorrow at dinner, you get him drunk. And then cook the raw rice into a meal. Then he won't be able to back out. Mom, this is marriage fraud. Fraud? What fraud? If you're together, how would he dare not take responsibility? By then the bride price will be at least 800,000. Your dad's hospital bills, the mortgage, credit cards, it all depends on this money. I'm not going. You have to go whether you want to or not. Look at how you've dragged this family down. Do you know debt collectors call every day? The next night. In the hotel room, Zhao Zi huddled by the bed with disheveled clothes. The man is on the phone. Dad, something happened. He has a man, not a woman. He has down there. I drank too much and didn't notice. I only found out this morning that you lied to me. You're a transsexual. Not transsexual. It's dual systems, a scammer who kept the female part. Your whole family ganged up to commit marriage fraud. You want a bride price, right? 800,000. Let me tell you, I won't give you a penny. I'm going to sue you. Please, don't. My mom made me do it. Made you do it. You're 29 years old. Can't you think for yourself? Get out now. The next morning, the man brought his parents and 2 burly relatives to smash the door. Zhang Quilan, come out. You scammers, come out. In-law. Bah. Who's your in-law? Everyone please be the judge. Their daughter used to be a man. Deceived my son into marriage for 800,000 yuan in dowry. Got me drunk last night. Tried to force the issue. Luckily I found out. Otherwise my whole life would be ruined. No, it's not like that. Xixi is a girl. The medical records are here. The surgery you had back then. Kept the female reproductive system, just to commit marriage fraud today, right? I didn't mean it. My mom made me do it. Zhao Zi. What nonsense are you talking about? Everyone heard it. This family specializes in raising scammers. After marrying off for dowry scams, who would dare to marry into their family? More and more onlookers gathered, pointing and gossiping. Sister-in-law's vision went dark, and she fainted. Did you hear that? Old Zhao's daughter. Used to be a man. No wonder they asked for such a high dowry. This is marriage fraud. Heard they wanted 800,000. Zhang Qilan urged her daughter every day to marry into a wealthy family. So that's how she was meant to marry. The husband is hospitalized and wants a divorce. The daughter is hiding at home, afraid to go out. If you ask me, it's all Zhang Qilan's doing. Ruining a perfectly good child like this. Xinwan, however, has become successful. 3 houses already right. She worked hard for it herself. Yes, behind the upstairs window, Zhao Zi was eavesdropping. She hates Zhang Qilan to death now. Later, at Zhao Tinwan's mother's 70th birthday banquet, relatives filled 5 tables. Zhao Dinwan sat next to her mother at the main table. Xinwan is the most successful in our family now with 3 houses. Heard she was even promoted to director. Just a deputy director. The houses are all on mortgages. The pressure is quite high. Stop being so modest. The monthly rent must be 20 or 30,000 now, right? That's equivalent to my half-year salary. Xinwan still has the best vision. Buying houses early. My son didn't listen when I told him to buy back then. Now the housing prices have doubled. Sigh. Can't afford it. Tinwan is capable. I know your brother and his brother are living in the old house. I hired a nanny to clean every week. Mom, don't worry. Zhang Qilan still has the nerve to show up. Everyone knows the whole story about the marriage. Heard Zhao Zi got depression. Crying at home every day. A perfectly good child is ruined. Sister-in-law suddenly stood up, walking towards the main table with a wine glass. Mom, I wish you a long life. Xinwan, sister-in-law, toasts you. You're doing so well now. Sister-in-law, please sit. Did you know it would turn out like this long ago? Know what? Know that Ixi wouldn't be able to get married. Know that we would end up like this. Sister-in-law, you chose this path yourselves. Back then, in the hospital, you said keeping the female system would make it easier to marry. I said I'd listen to you. All these years you said for a girl doing well at work is not as good as marrying well. I said, sister-in-law was right. You said the dowry should be high. I said it should be. Which of my words was wrong? You were overpraising to ruin her. Kill with compliments, which of my words didn't follow yours? Which one wasn't a viewpoint you stated first? Couldn't you have stopped us? You are her biological aunt. First for the surgery back, then I was the aunt, not the parents. Second, I have advised you 3 times over these 10 years. Advised Xixi to learn a skill. You said it wasn't necessary if she married. Advised her to find a job. You said it was beneath her. Advised her to lower her requirements. You said my daughter deserves better. Third, in my previous life I intervened. I advised Yaksun to keep the male system. The result, he couldn't get a wife. Every day you said it was all, not blaming the aunt. In the end, he pushed me off the 23rd floor. In this life, I don't dare to intervene. I'm afraid of death. Waking up, Mom. It's all in the past. I toast this glass to you. Please teach me one thing. Don't interfere in other people's lives, even if they are jumping into a fire pit. Enjoy your meal, everyone. I still have an investment meeting to attend. Zhao Tinwan returns alone. In the car, she received a call from her mother. He pushed you, Mom. It's all in the past. Just treat it as a nightmare. He might be your own nephew. And Zhang Qilan. How could she? Human nature cannot stand being tested, especially when mixed with greed and regret. You should rest early. Don't think about it anymore. Hangs up the phone. Zhao Tinwan was just about to leave. A figure flashed out. Xiao Guo has something to discuss with me. I want to know what happened to me later in my previous life. Is it very important? What can knowing it change? I just want to know. If I had kept my male body back then, would my life have been different? In your previous life, work didn't go well after graduation. You suffered repeatedly during blind dates. Your mom nagged every day that the neighbor's daughter got 500,000 in dowry, saying if it weren't for my big mouth, you would have long ago become China Merchants Bank. You began to resent me in society. In the end, you felt it was I who ruined your chance at an easy life. On your 30th birthday, you said you had figured it out, invited me to dinner, tricked me to the rooftop of the company. So, in this life, no matter which path I choose, I will hate you. Hate you for not stopping me. Or, hate you for stopping me. No, I'm just the most convenient outsider who can be blamed. Then what should I do? Aunt, what am I now? At this time in my previous life, I was already dead. In this life, watching you come to this point, I can't tell if it's satisfaction or sorrow. There's no one here. Only you and me. Answer me. Do you want to hear me call you Zhao Zhu or Zhao Sui now? I don't know. Zhao Tinwan took a sticky note out of her bag. Wrote down an address and a phone number. This is the address of the old house. This is your dad's new mobile number. I helped him get it last month. This is 3,000 yuan. How to choose you decide for yourself, Aunt Yu. Why do you still want to help me? We treated you like that. I'm not helping you. I'm just giving an explanation to my past self, who wasn't given a second choice on that rooftop. 3 months later, Zhao Tinwan saw a familiar figure in a psychological clinic. Aunt, you work here, front desk and assistant. It's quite good. What about your dad? He lives in the old house. His blood pressure is much more stable. Aunt, I used the money you gave me to enroll in a night school computer training class. Classes start next month. Pretty good. New Year's Eve of the following year, Zhao Xingguan sat on the balcony. The phone screen lit up with a family photo from mother. Jingguan, look at your brother and Yaosui. Xiaosui is now a dispatcher at a logistics company. Doing well, even became a team leader. The home finally feels like New Year this year. Did you eat dumplings alone? I did, Mom. Happy New Year. The biggest price of rebirth is not foresight, but clarity. I can't save anyone, except myself. I no longer try to steer anyone's course, just lighting my own lighthouse from afar. This might be selfish, but it's safe enough.